Hey YouTube, welcome to my garage. My name's Sean. This really isn't going to be a garage video. It's that time of the year where I have to start getting ready to go, get ready to go farming for Bonlia Farm. So we'll get the fifth wheel all ready here. And what I do is I go and I'm the hired hand for them for 3 weeks. I work for my regular job in the morning out of the fifth wheel, and then run combine or grain cart for them in the afternoon, so we'll get some video footage of that. But first we need to get the fifth wheel ready.
Okay, we'll try this fun little trick.
So the fifth wheel receiver's in. Let's see if we can give this a try. It's always fun trying to hook this up. I got a third of the tonneau cover that hides the hitch, and of course there's no backup cameras that point to the fifth wheel, so this takes a little bit of maneuvering. Well, let's see how we do, how many times we get in and out of the truck. Got to for sure get in and out once to adjust the height. That is the quickest I have ever done it. Usually it's about 5 or 10 more times in and out of the truck. Well, the day's here. Time to pack up and head to the farm and become a farmhand for 3 weeks. So, got the fifth wheel all packed up, and just got to hook up now and get on the road. Well, we're on the road. Hopefully I packed everything. As usual, I probably overpacked. When I get there, they always laugh at all my electronics and all my IT stuff, so I'm pretty sure I packed the whole house of electronics with me. While I'm there, I do my day job there in the mornings, and then get to run equipment in the afternoon, whether it's a combine or the grain cart. Not sure what yet, so getting excited to get there. get there, get settled in, and set up the fifth wheel, set up home base for the next 3 weeks. So yeah, just a 2-hour drive to get there, set up. I doubt it's Sunday, usually take Sundays off, so, but who knows, it's a little late a little later harvest this year. Last year I think it was week and a half earlier than I'm heading out this year, so we'll see. But yeah, just checking in, just got on the road, so we'll check in with you in a little while. I think this is the 5th year going farming out here for them. Might only be 4. There was one year that they didn't need me. It was a pretty wet year, and they just took the grain off as they could dry it, so there was no big push for it. So this year, did a few things to get ready for it. First thing I did was every year I go out there and they've named their fields, and I'm horrible with names, so of course they name their fields after people, and I can never get it straight. So I've printed a bunch of maps, so at least I can keep them straight. I don't know if they're gonna like the maps, but I did them up anyways, kind of part of what I do for work. So why do they have to name the fields after people? You know, why don't they come up with a system of numbers, grid the sections, with numbers, maybe break it up into 6-mile square townships and number them north to south, the townships north to south, and ranges east to west, and then within that township you could number the sections like 1 through 36, starting at the bottom left-hand corner, and 1 through 6 along the bottom. You would think somebody would come up with a system like that so farmers didn't have to name their fields after people and make it confusing. The other thing I did was the bearing went out on my other truck before last weekend, so I ended up changing a wheel assembly in it, and I thought I better give this truck an oil change and rotate the tires. Well, that turned out to be quite the job. This truck, I don't know the last time the tires have been taken off this truck. The front ones, they were pretty hard to take off, and the back ones, they were down near impossible. It took me about 4 hours to get them off. I ended up attaching a come along to one wheel on one side and hooking it up to a C-can and pulling straight off the side. But that kept moving the truck, so I attached a pull rope to the other side and hooked my other truck up to it and pulled the other way, and that still wouldn't budge them. So I was banging on it with the sledgehammer, and finally they popped off. It was one of those things where it was okay, I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, I'll put them back on and I'll deal with it later. But finally got those off. But who knew rotating tires would take 5 hours? So then I give this truck an oil change, and the other thing I did was this thing was having a hard time going into cruise, so I ended up changing the brake sensor on the truck, and that fixed it up. So it's sure nice to have cruise on this long drive. It's about a 2-hour drive, so yeah, that got this truck ready for it. And then the other thing I spent doing was I was 3D printing a bunch of holders for different adapters and stuff like that. So what I did was I printed up like a cup holder and a phone holder, and then the black piece is an adapter for a tablet. And I printed a bunch of different options. I don't know what I'm going to need in which tractor or combine, just to make it convenient to hit buttons and even record videos. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and it's nice to have them, the pause when the radio chatter goes and stuff like that. So might show you more of that stuff when we get in a machine. So, but yeah, I did that before heading out here. So like I say, I usually over prepare for and overpack for this trip, but it usually never fails. I get out there and there's just one more thing I wanted to have. So hopefully I got everything this time. Well, we're here. Time to set up the fifth wheel now and move in for my 3 weeks. Set up the office for my regular job and just get all ready for farming tomorrow. Might even go today, but we'll just have to see. They are in the field today, so I'll get in and check in with them, and that'll be it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.